In this video, I'm going to show you a complete beginner's guide for Pixel Quest. If you're new to the game and still struggling to understand how things work, this guide will help you progress faster and defeat stronger bosses. In this guide, I'll split everything into two main parts. The first part will cover the basics such as the controls, some basic explanation when starting the game, and some beginner's tips that can save you a lot of time. The second part will be about the progression. This part will show you how to progress through biome 1, 2, 3, what equipment should you use, and the best way to get stronger without dying. Now, without further ado, let's begin. Let's start with the control. We all know the super basic: WASD for moving, mouse click for attack, space for your ability, and R for recall to the lobby in case you're low on health. But there's another basic control that the game doesn't explain in the tutorial. Like you can use your health and mana potion using Q and E, you can do auto fire using C, and also you can quick swap your equipment by pressing the number key that are on your inventory slot. This is a game changer for you because you can have a damage ability and a heal ability, and you can quick swap them when you needed it. But remember, when in battle, your quick swap is locked for a few seconds until you can quick swap again. So make sure you get comfortable with this control early, because they're very important when fighting bosses later in the game. When you first start the game, you have to know this thing. First, the lobby. When you spawn, you will be in the middle of the lobby, where you can see achievement, event, and a teleport to trading hall if you have a good loot you want to trade. This part are storage and gift box. The storage is used for saving a good loot that you got, and when you die, you have a backup weapon. But always picky what you want to save in your storage, because the starting size of your storage are just one row, so you have to use storage expansion to make your storage bigger. Now the gift box. This box store all the items that you got from daily logins, events, and others. You can grab them into your inventory, but you cannot put it back, so it's recommended for you to just leave the item unless you need to use it. Now we go to the top of the lobby. This part is the shop, daily logins, and the portal to go to your adventure. The shop are pretty obvious. It's where you can spend your Robux on an item or skin. But if you are free to play, this shop is for you. This uses valor that you get from completing achievement. Now for the portals. The dev recently added this new portal for beginners to play. It only has 2 of the starting biomes, and you will not lose all if you die here. It's pretty neat for progressing fast without you have to worry about you lose all progress. Side note, you can teleport to most of them by clicking on this menu. Now that you got the tour of the lobby, there are one more thing that are important for beginners. You always do quests. Why? Because other than the XP to level up faster, you can get additional stats that you can choose for you to get stronger. When you choose additional stat, this is the priority. Here are some tips that every beginner should know. First, don't rush too fast into harder area until you understand how the game works. It's recommended for you to do all the quests for the biome before you continue to the next biome. Second, always bring a lot of potion in your inventory. And when you have a good loot but no inventory space, just swap the potion, you can farm them pretty easily. Third, you can teleport to player and NPC on the map. It's good if you hate walking to the biomes or bosses that you want. Just be careful when you're teleporting. Sometimes you can get teleported to players that are on harder biome that you cannot handle. And finally, always be on the lookout for codes and events. This thing can give you something good for you like story expansion, luck potion, and even a skin. Now that we have covered the basics, let's move on to the progression. Now, let's talk about progression. Since the dev added the new beef portal for us, our 2 biome progression will be in here. First, the beach. In this biome, your main goal should be to hunt bosses while killing the smaller enemy to get potion, starting gear, and also to complete the quest. When you kill a boss, they will spawn a dungeon. Captain Pirate and Cannoneer spawn Pirate Island, while Siren spawn Mermaid Cove. This is your main focus for better weapon because we have to farm for the legendary weapon from the bosses in the dungeon. Captain Isabel drop hand cannon and Captain's axe, while Mermaid Goddess drop coral staff. These three weapons are your go-to beginner's weapon. This weapon can carry you to biomes 3 or 4. So you don't have to farm for another weapon until you get weapon tier 3 or above. Now for the gears. Ability slot. When you started, you will have a tier 0 bomb. If you're lucky, sometimes the boss will drop a spell ability. It will summon fireball on where your cursor is and will deal a lot of damage per ball hit. So I recommend using the spell ability. For armor and equipment, I suggest for early game that you go for an item that have a damage, dex, or wisdom in the stats, because early enemy don't do much damage to you anyway, so you might focus on something that push your DPS. Now that you have a good weapon, a somewhat good gear, and you completed all the quests for the beach, it's time for you to move up to the woodlands. The dungeons spawn differently from the beach. Instead, from the bosses in the overworld, it has a chance to spawn from any enemy that you kill in this biome. For me, these biomes are just a filler biome, so all you have to do is just complete all the quests and equip a better tier gear that you get from the enemy. The only one thing that you have to find here are the heal tomes. This is an ability to heal you and other player. Just remember the quick swap that I told you so you can swap between your heal and damage ability faster. And with the heal ability, that is your starter setup complete. A good weapon, damage and heal, and gears that boost your DPS. Now that you finish all the progression for the first two biomes in the beginner's area, it's time to go to the real area. Remember, this area are permadeath. If you die here, you will lose all progress. So make sure you're set with potions. This is the hard part, Swamp. The enemy here are actually a threat and you might die if you are not careful. But do not worry, this is a guide video after all. I will show you how to defeat both dungeon bosses in this biome. First, the bog. This dungeon is annoying. You have to swim from land to land to get to the boss and the water here poisons you, so you'll be ready to have a lot of potion. Before the boss, I recommend you use your heal ability instead of your potion. Your healing totems use mana that can regen from time to time. So if you're low on health, just spam the heal ability and wait for your mana to regen again. The dungeon don't have a time limit, so you will be fine. You only use your potion only for emergency. If you have a heal equipped before the boss area, quick swap it to the damage ability and wait for the cooldown. This will make it easier for you to do damage and quick swap again for heal when you needed it. Now, we are ready to take on the boss. When you finally reach the boss area, first thing you have to do is kill all the normal enemy in that area. Ignore the boss until the boss are the only one left. To make it easier, all you have to do is just run around on the edge of the area so the boss attack are spread apart and easier to dodge. Now the only enemy left is the boss. It's time for you to attack it. Spam the damage ability so you will deal a huge damage to the boss. Your best time to damage the boss are when she's staying still in the middle doing a bullet hell, because you can spam most of your attack on her and do a lot of damage. Now she's on the second phase. She will summon 4 of the annoying enemy that shoot a lot of attack and deals a lot of damage. I suggest you have your heal ready and do it once again. Kill the enemy first, then focus on the boss again. And you did it. The bug is finished. Now for the next dungeon. Okay, so I'm in my other account because when I'm recording my channel account, I cannot get the dungeon to spawn and all I get is the bug. So here I am on my other account trying to get the dungeon. So, the mushroom then. This one is not as annoying as the bug, but the enemy still hurt. To get to the boss, you have to kill all the enemy that are in the way of the boss. My suggestion is for you to defeat the enemy one by one. Do not try to take them all by once. Focus on the nearest one, kill it and proceed to the next enemy. If you try to take them all, they will shoot a lot of attack and make it harder for you to dodge. This dungeon doesn't need a lot of potion and heals as the boss, but it's still nice if you have some of them. Now the boss. When you go near the boss area, it will spawn a total of 5 enemies around the boss area. Now you have to focus killing the 2 enemies on the bridge. Why? Because it will make the bridge and the area before it your safe area. So when you're low on health, you can go back there to heal. After you kill the 2 enemies, continue to focus on 2 enemies on the side of the boss's area. This will make you to don't have to worry about the other attack and can focus on the boss only. The last enemy that the boss spawn are on the back. You can try to kill it if you're good at dodging, but it's recommended to just leave it until the boss is defeated. Now for the boss. On the first wave, the boss will have a lot of time staying on the middle while spraying attack. This is your chance to attack since you can stay in the front of the bridge and auto-attack the boss. Just remember, if you're low on health, you can stay back to the safe space to heal. Now that the boss are on the second phase, this is where your damage ability will be the MVP. Because the boss will stay at the top area until it's dead. So what you have to do is just do the cheese strat. Spam your ability and stay back to regen or use potion. And repeat until the boss is dead. And that's it, the boss is dead. And if you want to watch the uncut boss fight so you can learn better, I will leave it at the end of the video. And that's it for the beginner guide to Pixel Quest. If this video helped you, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more game guides and future updates. If you have any question or want a guide on specific boss or even other Roblox game, leave a comment below. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next video.